signs in the windows dim. Footsteps fade down the avenue. Church bells hum a winter hymn. Steam from a paper cup, hands wrapped around the heat. Somehow the hush of this sleepy town makes every small hope feel complete. A quiet city still believes in candles in the window, in strangers sharing stories on the last slow train home, in wishes over sidewalks where the carols softly ring. This quiet city still believes in the love this season brings. Taxi lights drift and stop. Old man locks up his shop. Kids drag a sled past the corner store, laughing till they almost drop. Star on the faded tree, leaning in the lobby light. Someone a floor above hums along to a song about that silent night. A quiet city still believes in candles in the window, in strangers sharing stories on the last slow train home, in wishes over sidewalks where the carols softly ring. This quiet city still believes in the love this season brings. Maybe the world feels torn and tired, headlines heavy on the heart, but out here in this gentle dark, little acts of grace still start. A blanket for the one outside, an extra plate left by the door, whispers of a better world right here, not just folklore. Two chairs pulled in, small plate, slow steam. Your hand on the napkin, my name in your grin. A small Christmas table for two, one little candle and you. Snow on the window, soft and slow. Nowhere else I wanna go. A small Christmas table for two, World getting quiet, it's true. All of the seasons shining through, right here in the space between me and you. One glass half full, old tune low on the wall. You laugh at my stories, I forget them all. We don't need tinsel, we don't need grain, just your shy December smile and my shaking hand. But let the big plans fade like the streetlights out of view. This night is enough, because I'm here with you. Mugs on the mantle, steam drawing halos in the air. You're laughing the corner like it's still Christmas everywhere. Pine boughs and ribbon, old records turning soft and slow. I taste the past now in every spark that starts to glow. By the fire we remember every shimmer, every year. All the faces in the embers, some are gone, but they feel near. By the fire we remember what the season really gave. Not the gifts wrapped on the table, but the love we tried to save. Photos are curling, edges gone amber, gently frayed. I touch your handwriting on little cards we never gave. Snow fills the window, street lamp halos blur and bend. Time moves in circles around this room, my oldest friend.
Pour a glass for the ones who stayed, another glass for the ones who left early.
the stories drift and fade, then come back round, rich and earthy.
In the hush between the bells,
I hear our names in every chime. By the fire we remember, steam on the glass, shop doors closing, snowflakes drift in the yellow glow, hands in my coat, street hush growing, your breath curling in the cold. City windows singing softly, tiny halos in the dark, every room a little carol, every face a quiet spark. We're just walking through the verses of this silver shining night. City windows singing softly, turn the silence into light. Love above the door, low brass laughing,
old man hum
as he sweeps the floor. Carols from a flat, curtains breathing, shadow dancers on the hardwood board. Stop by the crosswalk, red, green glowing. You lean in and the world slows down. Somewhere a choir finds the final chord, but your shoulder is my favorite sound. Quiet hallway, coat on the chair, half melted reed, pine in the air. Street lamp silver drips through the blinds. Tea going cold, staring at time. December footsteps after midnight, echo in an empty stairwell heart. Every creak, remember voices. Every shadow pulls the room apart. December footsteps after midnight, soft as a promise torn in half. Your old sweater, folded, not worn. One broken bauble, threadbare and worn. The snow keeps falling thick on the rail. Keys on the counter, too light to stay. If I open that door, will the years rush in, or just the wind carrying nothing, carrying nothing at all?
Snow on the window, steam on my glass, 2 tables taken, last drip of the past. Coat on the backrest, mittens by the plate, candle in a teacup flickers while I wait. December jazz in a half-empty cafe. You left your laughter in the doorway. Barista hums a carol out of tune. Your name's still hanging in the room. December jazz in a half-empty cafe. I sip this quiet like a red wine stain. Every little memory tastes like cheer. Kinda hurts, but it's warmer here. Tiny green wreath, crooked on the wall. Old record crackling, playing something small. 2 lonely spoons stirring different lives. Your chair sits silent, but my heartbeat arrives. Outside is car horns, headlights hurry. Inside is cinnamon, soft-spoken, blurry. If you walked in now, would you recognize the twinkle in the cup, the peace in my eyes? the doorway. Barista hums a carol out of tune. Your name's still hanging in the room.
Snow on the window, steam from your cup. You lean on my shoulder, I never wanna get up. Soft record playing, your laugh in the glow. Time moving slower while the fire breathes low. Holding hands through Christmas night, nothing else but you in sight. Every carol fades away when you look at me that way. Holding hands through Christmas night, in this room the world feels right.
Your scarf on my chair, pine in the air, cookie crumbs on the table we forgot to share. Lights on the mantel dance on your face. I trace little circles on your wrist, same place. Maybe the year was heavy, maybe the days were long, but here in your arms, baby, everything sounds like our song.
Snow on the fire escapes, taxi haze on the avenue, paper cut, cold hands, thinking of coming back to you. Storefront stars in the glass, close at 10 but they still glow. Every window framed in gold, everyone but mine feels known. Home is a light across the street, yellow and soft on a winter evening. Shadows moving in the heat of someone laughing, someone leaving. I stand here breathing in the steam, watching the world inside that gleam. across the street, calling my name in little beams. Your silhouette by the tree, hanging that angel way too high. I see the bend of your wrist through the lace against the sky. Steam on the kitchen pane, your sweater sleeve brushing by. You lift your phone, check the time, like you feel me on the other side. One step off the curb, one more heartbeat in my throat. Cab tail lights fade to blue as I turn up my collar, let it soak. Keys in my pocket shake like they're begging you to speak. I cross and every second stretches out across the street. Home is a light across the street, yellow and soft on a winter evening. Shadows moving in the heat of someone laughing, someone leaving the steam.
Mug on the table, steam drawing halos in the air. You hum in the kitchen like a song you don't know is there. Soft knit sweater sleeves, candle glow on your face. Outside the world turns silver, inside it's this small quiet place. Home is where the snow softly, where your tired hands reach out for me. Every window breathing frost, but your heartbeat keeps the heat. If this night could last forever, I would never have to leave. Home is where the snow falls softly, and you're sleeping next to me. Street light on the driveway, cars passing muffled and slow. say, let it take its time. If heaven needs an address, it's your shoulder against Maybe it's the quiet after all the years of noise. Maybe it's the way you say my name like it's a choice. If every road I wander still brings me back to your door, then every drifting snowflake just means I'm home once
Window fog, name on the glass, small town platform, sliding past, gloves in my lap, ticket half folded, suitcase stories never quite told yet. On the last train home through falling snow, every light a little promise, every mile a quiet prayer. If your heart's still there, I'll know. On the last train home through falling snow. Late night car, soft overhead, coffee gone cold, thoughts run red. Tiny reef by the exit door, kids asleep on the vinyl floor. I left in a hurry, you stayed in the doorway. Words we never settled hang above the hallway. If you're by the window when I walk the road, I'll follow the footprints and the shimmer on the coat you own. Steam on the window, mittens on the rail. Bus stop on the corner, breathe hanging like a veil. Late train rumble limping, neighbors passing by. I straighten up the wreath you flicker in my mind. Our December porch light, burning like a quiet sign. A little golden question mark, are you coming home tonight? Our December porch light, warm against a waiting sky. Every soft hello we had, glowing in this tiny light. Coats on the hallway chair, your scarf still by the door. Mug ring on the table, shoes on the kitchen floor. I hum an old carol, staring at the street. Every pair of footsteps knocks inside my chest. Our December porch light, burning like a quiet sign. A little golden question mark, are you coming home tonight? Our December porch light, warm against a waiting sky. Every soft hello we had, glowing in this tiny light. Snow starts falling sideways, taxis hiss and glide. I keep the kettle talking till keys turn outside. Your shadow on the sidewalk, laugh under your breath. That bulb above the doorway brightens like it never left. Our December porch light, burning like a quiet sign. Little golden question mark, are you coming home tonight? Snow on the bus stop sign, fog on the coffee shop glass. You lean on my wool coat sleeve, laughing as the taxis pass. Return to our December town, where every window glows for us, where the corner bar keeps one red crown on the old jukebox, gathering dust. Return to our December town, heartbeats slow and sidewalks hush. If we get lost just walking around, let the quiet find us. Steam from the manhole grates drifts like a memory trail. Your scarf in that faded green matches the paint on the rails. Return to our Decembers down, paper stars taped to the glass. We stay outside just one more round, breathing in the years that pass.
Corner booth, coffee gone cold. Gift bag slumped on the seat beside me. Streets all slush and red brake glow. Bar glass catching that blue marquee. Santa hat on the tired bartender. She hums along to some old tune. Ice cubes clink, then it's quiet. Feels like midnight came too soon. Snow drifts past the blue neon. Slow dance on the window pane. Outside feels 1,000 miles from this little room of rain. Snow drifts past the blue neon. Every flake a name I knew. I raise my glass to the empty air, and all my Christmases with you. Couple at the end share one scarf, laughing low, coat still on. Their shadows bend and lean together, then fade when the door light's gone. I trace hearts in the ring on the table. Let them smear, let them blur right through. Jukebox croons about December. Every word sounds like you. Maybe next year I'll call. Maybe next year you'll say come by. For now it's just me and the snow, and that broken halo in the sky. Bartender pours a little extra, says this one's on the house, my friend. A nod, watch the glass catch the blue, like it's glowing from the end. Snow drips past the blue neon.
beneath the street lamp, little rivers on the ground, steam in the air like secrets, drifting up, not making a sound. Your arm looped through my overcoat, your breath on my cheek so near, waiting on this quiet corner, like the world forgot us here. Snow melts beneath the street lamp, but this feeling lingers slow. All the years keep walking past, still I'm lost in that glow. Snow melts beneath the street lamp, yet it shines in every year. Every time the nights get colder, I feel that warmth appear. Late bus sighs at the crosswalk, red scarf tangled in your hair, paper cup between our fingers, trading sips, trading stares. You joked about my old gloves, I laughed till my glasses fog. Tiny things that stayed forever, while the seasons moved along. I see you in frosted window glass, in the blur of passing cars, in the hush when carols fade away, leaving only distant stars. If I never stand there again on that corner in the chill, that street lamp keeps on shining in a place that's frozen still.
Kettle hums slow on the back burner, Grandma's old clock shakes on the shelf. Streetcar bell rings somewhere down yonder, but we're tucked here by ourselves. Snowflakes on the old roof, slide inside and stay. You say hear that little rhythm while the night turns silver gray. Snowflakes on the old roof, soft as your hand in mine. Little tap tap tempos on the shingles keeping time. I can hear our laughter through the years that came and went. Snowflakes on the old roof, falling through the firmament. You'd hum that tune over chipped china. Steam on the glass wrote my name. You snapped your fingers off beat reminder. Life swings best when it's not the same. Snowflakes on the old roof syncopate the cold. I was just a kid in pajamas. You were quietly growing old. Now the city's louder, taller, faster. Neon in the puddles where we played, but one flurry on a midnight window, and I'm back inside that frame you made. Snowflakes on the old roof keep calling me home again. Snowflakes on the old roof keep calling me home again. Boot prints on a thin glaze of snow. Scarf pulled past the tip of my nose. Shop doors closing, last buses crawl by. Your hand finds mine. We share that quiet smile. Street lights hum like old carols, soft and low, pouring gold on the pavement as we slow. Every shadow feels gentle, every breath hangs warm. Street lights hum like old carols while the world transforms. Window glass full of tinsel and steam. Someone laughs from a table for three. I catch your face in a wreath frame pane. You say remember, and I feel it all again. Street lights hum like old carols, soft and low, pouring gold on the pavement as we slow. Every shadow feels gentle, every breath hangs warm. Street lights hum like old carols while the world transforms. share. We changed, but we still ended up here. Same corner bar, same crooked stop sign. Different stories, but the same December sky. Snow on the platform, cold smelling just like smoke and rain. Ticket in my pocket, hands still shaking from that midnight train. Street lamp halos on the driveway, suitcase cutting tracks through white. Every window glowing amber, like they saved a place for me tonight. The night I came home for Christmas, I let the leaving fall off my chest. Every mile I carried with me melted in your arms, I could finally rest. The night I came home for Christmas, I heard my name like a favorite song. In that old front hall I knew, this is where my tired heart belongs. Mom in the doorway, dish towel hanging from her hand, laughing through the teardrops, like she'd rehearsed it, never planned. Dad pours me coffee in the kitchen, says you look older but you're still my kid. We talk around the hard years, then we touch them gentle like we always wish we did. Pine and cinnamon crackle from the fire, soft and low. Your picture on the mantle, all the versions of the me you used to know. I was chasing something distant till the silence got too loud to bear. Every road I ran in circles still was drawing me back here. The night I came home for Christmas, I let the leaving fall off my chest. Every mile I carried with me melted in your arms, I could finally rest. The night I came home for Christmas, I heard my name like a favorite song. In that old front hall I knew, this is where my tired heart belongs. Street lamps blur in the sleep, gift bags cutting into my hand. Breathing clouds, collar turned up, tiny bell on the corner stand. Fogged up glass, there it is, golden spill on the snowy ground. Key and lock, hear you humming, smell of spice, record spinning round.
on the warm house at the end of December, where the cold stops right at the door. Kick off my shoes, drop my armor, let it all fall to the floor. In your arms, in this little forever, I remember what I'm aching for. The warm house at the end of December, and you on the living room floor. Coat on chair, kettle sings, half melted reef by the frame. You pass me a chipped red mug, laugh and say I'm late again. Ribbon trail on the rug, half-wrapped book, open box of tea. Radio low, strings and horns, you mouth the chorus back to me. Outside, buses sigh through the slush, sirens fade into blue. Here, only curtains and candlelight, only soft steps, only you. If every year just leads me back through the dark, through the drifting weather, let the city spin how it wants. We'll keep this quiet room together. Coat on the chair, kettle starting to sigh, street lamp on the snowbank, paint silver on the sky. Mug in my hands, cooling more than it should. I trace your name in the frost on the old window wood. Waiting by the winter door, breathing in the cold that creeps along the floor. Every little creak feels like your key in the lock. Heart keeps swinging like a porch light on a midnight clock. Radio low, old songs drifting like steam. Your scarf on the railing, soft ghost of a dream. Footprints outside, and where the sidewalk bends, I count every car in the dark like I'm counting second chances again. Maybe you're caught in the weather, or just caught in your own quiet storm. I stand in this frame of cedar and glass, trying to keep a hallway warm.
Steam from the grave, fog on my glasses, breath in the air, hands in my coat, shop window glow, gold on the concrete, slush at my feet, hard coming home. Warm light on a cold city block, your shadow in the doorway. You pull me and turn the deadbolt slow, take my chill away. Warm light on a cold city block, snow piling on the stop sign. All that I wanted was one soft place, and somehow you're mine. Kettle sings low, radio murmurs, mug in my palms, socks on the floor. Your worn sweater hung on my shoulder, records and boxes by our front door. Warm light on a cold city block, your shadow in the doorway. You pull me and turn the deadbolt slow, take my chill away. Warm light on a cold city block, snow piling on the stop sign. All that I wanted was one soft place, and somehow you're mine. Out there, the sirens and salt, the late trains, the long days, the frost in here. Your arm on the couch, and every hard thing melts off.